All locked so far. Hey guys, we're in Aransas Pass. No trouble so far, but I actually got quite a few cops and others walking around, so I'm gonna hit them live. We got a lot of eyeballs already out here. How's it going? You got a deuce and a half in there they're working on. That's cool.
Sorry?
You guys have any questions about it?
No, not at the moment.
Just looking at all the cool
If y'all
stuff.
have any questions, man, we're gonna be out here for a little bit cleaning off the boat and our dive equipment. So
Sweet.
Sweet, heck yeah, I appreciate that.
Thank you. Let's see. Fire rescue. Fire rescue's unlocked. That's kind of normal.
So, when I did Edna Fire Department was right next door to the police
I
department.
saw they leave them unlocked because they're shared vehicles.
So,
They don't
I mean,
have
I
equipment.
kinda
They
get
don't
it.
have gear. They're shared vehicles. So
yeah.
it's not like the fire department's leaving guns in their trucks.
Yeah.
Hey, let's get a pick of the garage. We got a couple decent hats. Cool.
Wow. Probably use them for the hurricanes and the floods and
Yeah.
natural disasters
High water
stuff.
rescue.
Yeah.
And getting out in the swamp if they need to put a fire out. Getting out in the mud.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Did y'all have to do a rescue today?
Huh?
Did y'all have to do a rescue today or what?
No, so we prior to hurricane season, we always do
Prep.
where the sea gates are.
You gotta-
we have to check and make sure the track is clear, make sure there's no debris, so that way the gates can work properly. So
That would be very bad
we
if
do
it
that,
didn't
and
close.
We're also on the water like for big holidays, and there's a lot of boaters out just to make sure we're not really there
That
for
you're
law
already out
enforcement,
there.
but most of us we're all rescue guys, so we're specifically there for rescue.
I'm sure somebody gonna go and crash a ski-doo somewhere.
We had a crash yesterday, a shrimp boat and a recreational vessel. So,
I'm guessing the shrimp boat won.
shrimp boat did the most damage. Yeah, it's always fun to see.
Oh man. Well, it didn't say Jenny on it or anything, right? No.
It's actually funny because there is a shrimp boat in the channel that's actually Jenny.
Jenny. Oh god.
Dude, the 983?
Yep. And I love it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I said having the rail, the better Cerakote coating on it. The only thing the M9's missing is a optics mount so you can put a red dot on there.
I switched to the M17 and I don't ever get a loophole delta point. 3 shots in at the range, just mounted it. There's a little latch that goes over the battery compartment, sheared off and flew off, and my optic was useless. And the bad thing about the loophole delta point is the battery doors like on the top where the optic is.
Yeah.
So it flew up like that, and you can't even see anything.
Yep. No, the
Backup irons.
not my favorite go-to gun, but my favorite suppressor host.
Yeah.
So it
is
just-
that the one that already automatically came with the threaded barrel?
Yeah, the M9s all have threaded barrel on them. So you still get a little bit of powder back in the face with the Berettas,
Yeah.
but you're never going to have operational problems because it doesn't have the tilting barrel. So since it's got the fixed barrel, you don't get the rotating barrel.
Yeah.
You don't get the problems you get with like regular Browning action handguns where you add a heavy can on it. Now it doesn't want to cycle.
Yeah.
You never have a problem with that with these
No
guys.
issues.
Yeah, so not necessarily the best gun ever, but it's definitely one of the best
Hey,
suppressor
dude, I
hosts.
like them. I mean, I used the M9 when I was in the Army, so there's a
Really?
special plate for the M9 in my
That's
heart.
it. First thing I did was stick 147 grain rounds on it with the can on it,
Yeah.
and ran 100 rounds through it, and
No
not a
issues?
single hookup. Yep.
I'm saving up to get a can on my personal pistol.
The wait times are a little down. Mine only took 6 months.
Really?
I did them last January.
I did mine July of 2019. It literally took
A year.
a year and 2 months to the day.
Last year, it got down to 6 months.
That's badass.
I don't know if it's come back up any, but the price, it's pretty much the only thing you can buy right now where the prices aren't jacked up.
Yeah, I know Form 1s right now. You can. I think they're
They're
running
going
about
fast.
like a month.
They started accepting the digital form ones, and they started going fast.
I wish they'd accept digital for the suppressors. Man.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, well.
If you haven't picked out your can yet, NFA review channel
Uh-huh.
on YouTube.
I watch it.
I'm one of the Patreons, so I got
Oh,
this.
you are?
I got this guy half off.
Really?
Yeah, this last year he had half off CGS cans. So yeah, I got half off on this guy.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Yeah.
Are y'all doing First Amendment on it?
Oh yeah.
Dude, that's badass. I watch this stuff all the time. I love it. I love seeing like I know like I've seen some dudes that are like, hey, I haven't seen it in Texas, but I know like some dudes are open carrying in other states and they're getting heckled by the cops, and it's like, dude. I love
Hey,
Second Amendment.
5 years ago doing this kind of stuff, we probably would be getting arrested right now. Well, I mean, in
In
Texas,
this town.
maybe not in this town, but Texas, 5 years ago, they were arresting guys just for recording.
Crap.
You have to work on it. There's a lot of guys out there that did a lot of work before us.
Before I became a cop, I was a firefighter in EMT before I became a cop. I watched one where this veteran was rucking. I think it was in Texas, where he had an AR-15 just slung.
You're talking about
And
CJ Grisham.
Yes,
He's the leader of
yes.
Open Carry Texas. Yeah, he was just walking, and the cop tried to steal his gun
Dude,
from
that
him.
was horse crap, man.
He had to go through 3 trials. They finally convicted him of interference or some bullshit
Yeah.
misdemeanor like that, because they're just
They're just looking for anything to
Yeah.
charge him with.
so, and they finally got a jury to say yes to misdemeanor interference. But now he's the leader of Open Carry Texas. He's a personal friend of mine, and we've gone from open carry to campus carry to constitutional carry,
dude.
with him
really-
leading the way on all that.
It's almost through everything it needs to do for constitutional carry, right?
Yeah, no, he's just waiting for the governor to sign it this week.
That's awesome.
It's not perfect. They still have some of the misdemeanor restrictions.
Yeah, for like.
And they're doing a whole new damn sign called 30-5. It's going to be messy. We got to do some cleanup to simplify things.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Well, I remember when they implemented open carry. I remember everybody was, all the other side that's not pro gun was all saying like, oh, it's going to be the Wild West, and you know what? We didn't have any more
This year,
gun crimes.
Wild West pimp style. There was a Dem rep that came up during testimony. She's like, it's going to be Wild West pimp style. There's going to be a pimp going around in his pimp clothes with his pimp hose, and he's going to walk into the gas station in his pimp suit with a gun, and there's nothing you're going to be able to do about it. And he's going to be slapping his pimp hose with his gun, and the cops aren't going to be able to do anything about it. And so Open Carry Texas ordered a T-shirt.
Yeah.
It's Wild West pimp style. Yes, we had everybody up at the Capitol, like in a week after she said that. Everybody in the Capitol was wearing Wild West pimp style shirts for the testimony. Yeah.
Well,
So
I hope you guys don't have any issues here. Most of our officers most of us are all really pro 2A and try not to look like asses in front of cameras.
yeah, we didn't bring the.
like this right here, like you walking up and having a conversation with us.
Yeah.
Hey, and trust me, any one of us is gonna love a good gun talk. But this is what we need.
Yeah.
This is we were in Portland and other places. I mean, I'm local.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've done Portland, I've done Corpus, I've done Odom. I mean, and sometimes we don't have the greatest interactions.
Yeah.
And it's like it's not necessary. This is what we need.
Since you've been good, we're going to give you a heads up on what we've been doing. Checking if vehicles are locked.
Checking in vehicles.
We did one a couple nights ago. 5 out of 7 were unlocked.
Really?
We just did. No, not here.
Oh, okay.
The whole area. We've been hitting a lot of places this weekend. And he's been doing the same thing for a couple
So
months.
my whole thing is I want to make sure that the vehicles are secured.
Yeah.
Because if they're secured, if they have firearms in them, then there's not a chance that, maybe there's a chance somebody could go break
Get the
into it,
wrong
but
hands.
we don't want it readily accessible.
So-
And so
We
if
just-
the vehicles are unlocked, I want to make sure I got it on camera, and hey, let's not do this anymore, guys.
We just did Portland. Found an unlocked patrol vehicle with an AR on it. Had a custom mag that said Sergeant Renfro. So we called into dispatch. It's like, hey, can you let Sergeant Renfro know that we could be touching his AR if we wanted to right now?
Did they come out and give
Yeah,
you-
they can. Yeah. Well, not too much, it was a pretty young guy, so he tried to figure out how far he could push us. But yeah, we were at Saturday night. We found 5 out of 7 were unlocked.
Really?
Yeah.
Robstown.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're in Robstown. Like,
Does that
Yeah.
surprise you?
No. But yeah, 5 out of 7 were unlocked in Robstown.
We're on our guys a lot about making sure their vehicles are kept locked, and like right now my truck's unlocked, but I'm right here with it. But I'm like anal about it. Like I go check my doors and everything.
Rockport passed. The Rockport jail left one of their vans unlocked, and it had a backpack sitting in the front seat. So we let them know about it. But they kind of freaked out because we were walking around the jail like this.
Yeah.
They had the female scream at us for the intercom, "You better not come in here with those guns." And then when we were leaving, we noticed the gaggle outside, and the only female came out, and she had all her body armor and everything on.
Really?
Just she's a CO, and she came outside for their little gaggle,
I don't understand.
thinking like she needed body armor up. And I'm like, well, I could go grab my body armor and rifle and go back right now, but they'd probably flip out a bit too much.
That's sad, man, that it gets that way. I don't want to keep you guys up if y'all have to go somewhere.
No.
No, we're enjoying this.
Okay.
Trust
Yes,
me. This
very
is
much
cool,
so.
man.
My big thing whenever I became a cop, when I decided to make that change, is I was like huge 2A supporter. I still am. Prior to becoming a cop, and dude, it would piss me off just seeing the way I remember one out of Plano that I saw where the cop told them that the person didn't need a gun. That's what they're there for. It's like I always tell people, when seconds count, I'm minutes away. You know,
It's mostly the big police stations where we run into that, the big cities, and the unions that are always out there. It's like during all the legislation, it's always the Dallas and Houston Police Union and the FPA or whatever want to come in and say, you can't let people have guns. It's scary. And like,
really scary.
what? How are we supposed to know if somebody can have their gun when we make contact with them now? And I'm like, the 4th Amendment in Terry v. Ohio says that's the way it already is. You can't just say, "Hey,
Just
give
'cause
me your carry license." Are you
because
legal?
you have a gun doesn't mean like you're a threat to me. I mean,
So they tried to do the amendment again, saying you can't stop somebody just for carrying, and have that be in the legislation.
I think it's already that way.
because of Terry v. Ohio and the 4th Amendment, but it's not in statute.
It's kind of stupid that it has to be just like that. I think it was the one of the last sessions they had where they came out and said, where the appellate court came out and said that you can't enter someone's home and take their gun. Like I don't feel like that's what they said. That's already
the Supreme Court did that a couple weeks ago. Yep.
Like it's sad that it has to be said because someone somewhere screwed that up.
Yeah. Yep. Community caretaking of your house. But what we run into a lot of times is until things are in legislation, or until a cop goes to jail for it, or until the Supreme Court talks about it, cops will try to wiggle their way around everything. So that's what happened with open carry and a whole bunch of stuff here. Was for a couple years, cops were just trying to arrest us for fail to ID when they just stopped us for open carry.
Yeah.
So like just 3802 being you can only arrest us for fail to ID when we're under arrest already.
Yeah.
That took 4 or 5 years.
Arresting someone for resisting arrest when I didn't have a reason to arrest him anyway.
We just heard. I think we just heard a guy get that.
Really?
On Port A though. We were on the station for Port A.
That was what you were on?
Yeah, we were on Port A.
Really?
Yeah, they stopped the guy because they thought he had a warrant, but it wasn't confirmed. They denied it. So they still booked him on resisting arrest, fleeing on foot, or evading. They arrested him for evading. That's the only charge he's got right now, is evading, because the warrant wasn't confirmed.
Get kicked out in court anyway.
Probably.
Well, it's sad that someone has to go through that.
But we've had auditors, like some places over around Houston just a couple months ago. Yeah, Tomball, where he was just walking around the PD. He does some weird shit to get attention, just like he'll like duck behind a bush or some bullshit. It's silly, but it's just to get their attention, and then he doesn't do anything. And they all start walking up, "Hey, can you talk to me? Can you talk to me?" And he just keeps walking and says no, whatever. And he doesn't do anything, and eventually they decide to grab him. And then they go, on the arrest report, they go and start lying, saying, "We stopped him and he fled," when he didn't. He asked, am I detained? And nobody said anything. He just kept walking.
Camera, right?
Oh, yeah. No, here's the fun thing. The magistrate kicked it out.
Good.
The magistrate kicked it out. Because they tried saying, well, one of us pulled over with his lights on when we went up to talk to him, so he was detained. So when he took two more steps, towards me. He was trying to evade.
That's stupid. Well, if you're taking a step towards someone
Yes.
that's not evading, that's
Yeah, I know, but that's what they went for.
well, that's kind of stupid. Just because my lights are on doesn't mean you know that you're stopped.
Exactly, and that's exactly what the magistrate said. Was he in a car, or was he walking on the sidewalk?
Yeah, it didn't take magistrate maybe a minute, not even a minute, to look at it and go dismissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
So a lot of this is just us getting the word out to the cops of what they can't get away with anymore, so that when they're messing with regular people, they're a lot less likely to try to push the envelope to see what they can get with somebody who doesn't know their rights. That's a lot of what we're doing. It's just we're trying to make it to where the people who don't know how far a cop is allowed to go don't get violated as much,
It's good to hear.
because we don't have a good enough country education system to have
and
everybody.
The thing that doesn't help either is the way the laws are written. Like, I'm a detective by my day job, right? And half the time having to decipher what this law says because a lawyer with all this fancy jargon wrote it that the lay person can't even understand. And
It's one of our
pain in the
favorite
ass.
things when the cop says he's going to arrest us for something, and we say, no, you can't. That's not the law. They ask us, well, when did you get your bar degree? Where's your law license out of? And I'm like,
Where's
you're
your
the
law
one who
license?"
you're the one who just misquoted the law. You're the one who just told me 3802. I have to give you my ID when you ask for it. No,
Unless you're lawfully detained.
no, no, not even detained.
Excuse me,
Arrested. You can't give false ID when you're detained.
Yes.
So yeah,
See,
yeah.
you educated me.
HBO Matt, authority check.
Yeah.
Forward check.
Yep.
Have you ever been here before?
Yes.
I think I saw something on Facebook.
I posted a video. It was a call to CPS. No, actually, no, I didn't post the second video. Never mind. The first video was CPS. A drunk mom went into CPS office down here and was trying to get her kid back, and she was gone.
Yeah.
And and so we recorded that, me and another guy who was also local, and but we didn't get much out of that. I mean, it was just a quick, let's take mom to jail. I mean, she was gone. There's as much as I want to, we want to give people benefit of the doubt, like when they do the DWI sobriety check things, like she's gone. She was.
We did 3 DWI crashes Saturday night down in Corpus.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the cops were responding to somebody else, and the Domino's driver almost hit one of the cops at the accident scene. Yeah, it's there's been a lot of drunk people and crazy crackheads running up to the cops saying, "Can you help me find my friend?" And then took off running the other way down the street, and the cops were just
that was
laughing.
crazy.
You can't go far around here without finding meth either.
Oh yeah.
You gotta watch out for people.
No, it was a fine cut dressed black man in white shirt and pants, and he's just sprinting down one of the main streets in Corpus, screaming for his friend. He sees all the cops sitting in the middle of the road for our accident. He runs up to the cops, runs past them, runs back to him, and says, "You gotta help me find my friend." And they talk to him for 2 minutes, and he runs back off the other way, full speed. And the whole time he's just, where are you?
Leave someone scratching their head.
Yes, the cops all look at each other, and they get back in their cars, they just start laughing.
So we finished watching, like recording that scene. Okay, they got the vehicles on the tow trucks, and they bailed out, and so we're getting ready to head out. Here comes this guy right back again. This is maybe 20 minutes after all this happened.
Yeah.
So he took off down the road and then made his way slowly back, and I mean, he was still screaming out for his friend. He's screaming at his friend. I don't remember what his name was.
I mean, yeah.
Yay! Where are you at? It's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, we followed him for like another 10 minutes to see if anything else was going to happen, but he's just like walking around the HEB parking lot yelling for his friend.
Probably gonna call in again too.
Yeah, but it was like, it's just nothing you could do about it. He's just a guy who's obviously a little high running around looking for his friend.
Whose friend may not actually be a real.
Oh yeah, the cops were like, "What does your friend look like? Can you tell us?" He's Rob. Don't you guys know Rob? You gotta help me find Rob. What's Rob look like? I don't know. Where is he? I don't know. Why is he missing? I gotta find him.
I always like when someone says they're looking for somebody and, well, what do they look like? I don't know. Just to read your mind now.
Yeah, it was fun.
Well, I gotta get to
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice meeting you.
Might meet you. McCarty?
Yeah, Jack McCarty.
Okay.
And my channel, once again, it's Authority Check and HBO Max.
Yeah, you'll see him around a lot more often than me.
Yeah.
But hey, it's really nice talking to y'all, and I really hope y'all have the same dialect with any of our officers.
I tell everybody on the you know, all my viewers, like, I'm not a cop hater. I don't hate cops. If I'm anything, I'm anti-bad cop. You know, and I think y'all guys are too. You know, y'all don't want the bad apples. It makes the rest of y'all.
I'd tell you something, but I can't tell you on camera.
Oh, okay. No, it's fine. But yeah, I love carrying the cans around because this is one heck of a conversation starter.
Oh, dude, I'm like I said, dude, I'm a big gun lover. If I see someone with a gun, like I've had people on traffic stops where I like ask them what they're carrying when they hand me their LTC, and they're like really hesitant to tell me. It's like, dude, I'm not asking you for law enforcement purposes. I'm asking because I'm a gun guru.
Yep.
Like I love guns.
Yep. You have a great day.
Yes, sir. Y'all too.
Oh, we've had plenty of interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I love interactions like that. That one's open. See the passenger door?
Yeah. That one's locked. Shh, Jack. Hey, Jack. Hey, Jack. Hey. Oh. Is it locked?
No, it's not.
Oh, you guys got screwy locks. It looks like it's unlocked. You teases.
It's got the
It's locked.
stem up.
I was gonna say I gotta take that one to shop.
No, they're locked.
They're locked.
Some of
What it
these.
is most of them, they have the sticks. They stick out like just a little bit.
Yeah,
but if
it's
they're all
locked.
the way out, then they're open. That's how we usually know that they're open before we grab it.
This is the sergeant's truck.
Oh,
No better.
No, it's locked.
later, bud.
See you, Rob.
You got me again.
That long stem. It looks like it's unlocked.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's locked. You guys like that conversation in the chat?
No, they're all locked, dude.
Yep. Cool.
Everything's secured.
They're good. They're good.
I'll leave them alone today.
Yeah, everybody's bored with my chat because we were nice to a cop. We can't do that. It's not enough drama.
We'll find some drama for y'all. Relax.
Municipal court. What do they got posted for signage? Still got a face mask sign? I don't know if you're allowed to do that, bro. You are a... Oh, they're saying because the Supreme Court said we can do it, we can still do it. Huh. Interesting. So yeah, they're saying because the Texas Supreme Court says we can do it, we can still do the mask stuff. Yeah, businessman, but they're saying the courts are not a controlled government entity under the governor. So his order doesn't apply to the courts because the Texas Supreme Court said we can do it so far.
My brother-in-law was in Corpus in town, and he was saying that they're doing the ticket for the ticket thing.
Yeah.
Over at the turnaround on the airline.
Right now?
Yeah.
It's too far.
Yeah, I'm not that bad.
You like this? Emergency response. It's got night lights on it. Okay guys, so Aransas Pass gets a complete pass. Look at that cat go. Go, kitty, go. So, yeah, Aransas Pass gets a complete pass. Great day.
Should have asked him what channels he watches.
Now, Sam, the Supreme Courts of the states have can do administrative orders to their inferior courts. We're not talking about a law. We're talking about policy and administration within the courthouse. They do have the ability for that to a point. All right, signing off. See you guys on the next one. Oh yeah, not saying Abbott did it for the right reasons. Abbott's just a follower. He waited for everybody else to do it first.